you see your typical floats with all the jazz and pizzazz, but there's this one in particular that has a very unique story. It's the USS Oklahoma City base, and I'll show you the story. Take a look.
Don't underestimate the size of this moving attraction at Liberty Fest when you see it. It's a replica of the USS Oklahoma City, a nuclear-powered submarine.
She's still in commission, and she may be decommissioned in 2021.
Jerry Cartwright says submarines carry out various classified missions, which can involve fast attacks on the enemy. Here are just a few ships the 79-year-old worked on since joining the Navy after high school in 1957.
Typically, the old diesel boats, they had a maximum depth of 450 feet. The nukes are much deeper.
Running around underneath the ocean for 67 days isn't for everybody.
Jerry McBride had joined the Navy in 1961 and says it was one of the most exciting times in his life. He was fearless and proud to serve.
Many years it was called the silent service because nobody talked about what we did.
McBride says submarines would surface high enough so they could receive one-way messages from family, meaning they were not allowed to respond back.
What they called family grams, which was a limited message that came through the radio system that we could get, and it was like 21 words.
But today, these men aren't limited to a 21-word message to share their history along the route. Submarine veterans are putting the final touches on USS Oklahoma City before she begins her parade mission to commemorate submarine veterans who have sacrificed so much for our freedom.
You read about all the guys that just gave their lives, and you're thankful that you weren't one of them, but you also understand all that.
It's a nice parade. People are always appreciative, too. It's what you like, driving down the street with a float and people clapping and whistling and yelling and thanking us, and we just love it.
All right, they're just a fabulous group of men there working really hard on the submarine. Because you don't really hear too much about the submarine veterans, because for a long time, as I mentioned in the package, that their service was mentioned as the silent service, because no one was supposed to know where they were at the time and what they were doing.
Well, they deserve to be heard now.
It's kind of like our crew